shit out Gliz. He be mobbing. Free Gliz, free Gliz, free Gliz.
Free Gliz, you already know I'm rocking. I'm 10 toes forever, man. Free me, free me. I'm gonna be back out there real soon, dropping hits for y'all, though. Y'all already know.
Hey, yo, free that 3D. Hey, yo, free.
That dance move. Hit. Oh, let's go, mama.
I just want you to know if they take me, the city gon' bleed. I know you wanted me to keep watching my, but I'm sorry.
What's up, y'all? What's up, CJ?
Sac Passe gang, BandmanRill. BandmanRill is trying to become the new face of New Jersey, intriguing the hip-hop scene with his infectious New Jersey club beats, or as he calls it, club drill.
Club drill sound better.
I like that. That might be it.
Yeah, club drill. Yeah, that might stick. Yeah, club drill. That's it right there. Yeah.
You guys smiling in the back.
Yeah.
And like, you know,
With songs such as Heartbroken, Bullets, I Am New York, and so much more, making whips with TikTok and YouTube, raking up millions of views on both platforms, averaging over 200k of monthly listeners on Spotify, and along the way has gained co-signs from James Jones, Fetty Wap, and Carly Rae, and so much more. But apart from his music, not much is known about him until today. From losing close friends to the streets and the system, to nearly losing his life before the age of 17. My name is CJ from YouTube, and this is the Untold story of BandmanRill.
Here we go again.
BandmanRill, who's known by his family and friends as Cyril Peters or Bud Bud, was born in Beth Israel Hospital on the 17th of August 2002. He grew up in a household of 14 siblings, 11 brothers and 3 sisters. His brothers wanted to steer him away from the streets as they knew what came with it. So at the age of 9, his mom signed him up for boxing classes. He was really skilled and disciplined in the sport, even had the opportunity to attend Muhammad Ali's school of boxing. For a period of time, he lived with both of his parents. But by middle school, his parents had been separated.
So, did you have both parents growing up?
My father was around, but he left. Like, he went and had like a baby with another girl.
Since then, his relationship with his father has not been the same. He even mentioned him in his breakout song, Heartbroken, rapping, "I know my father be staking, he should have never left. I'm not sure what staking means, but I know he left." As expected, his mom has always been by his side, and due to their financial difficulties, live in one of the worst areas in New Jersey, the southward of New York. According to reports, there were about 221 non-fatal shootings last year and 57 homicides, an increase of 13% from the previous year. But things were even worse when he was younger. The streets were populated by gangs and violence, which forced his brothers to adapt to their environment, and they were well-known gang members. But they always wanted a different life for him, and always tried to steer him in the right direction, even though they couldn't choose that life for themselves. Luckily for him, he had boxing to distract him from the streets, and he knew how to hustle from an early age, and started pulling in racks at the age of 14.
Like, providing for myself and doing everything like for myself at like 14. So
there were no limits on who and where he might have a transaction. According to reports, his school was the hub. This was the easiest way to bring in the bands. He would be sitting in class and dropping checks into accounts. His crime spree nearly came to an end when he was caught logging into his teacher's Chase account to buy Balenciaga.
who told you that?
According to reports, he was only suspended from school and no legal actions were taken against him as he was only a minor. Everyone in the streets knew him, even though he wasn't heavily active. He was known as the Get Money Dude, and that's why he gained the name BandmanRill. And by the age of 17, he had become one of the biggest swipers in New Jersey.
I know this. Whoever this, how does he know this? Yo, he put this.
Don't ask me how I know, just ask around. Even though his brothers tried to steer him away from the streets street reapers came looking for him, and he nearly lost his life while walking from school on a late afternoon. According to reports, he was greeted by a hail of bullets on the Bergen streets on the south side, a few blocks away from his house. Luckily for him, the bullets missed him by inches, but he was left with one of the most traumatic experiences of his life, as he could have lost his life that day, and only was saved by his book bag, which was left with a massive hole. Not sure who they were after, but his affiliations could have played a part. One of Bandman's close friends is Glizzy 5. Glizzy 5 is another upcoming New York rapper who is currently locked up in the feds on possession with intent to distribute controlled substances and possession of firearms. He was found in possession of 188 glassine envelopes of suspected heroin, 24 jugs of suspected cocaine base, a 9mm Smith & Wesson, a semi-automatic pistol loaded with 9 rounds of 9mm ammunitions, 2 extended magazine capable of holding 30 rounds of ammunitions, and a drum magazine capable of holding 50 rounds of ammunitions. It seemed as if that man was ready for war. Gleazy and another member were both charged in regards to a shooting that took place on March 2021. They are currently facing a life sentence if they are found guilty. Unlike many rappers who are chasing a stellar rap career, before stumbling into the rap scene, BandmanRill had been doing everything but rapping. But music has always been in the family. His brothers used to rap, and one was part of a group called So South, and his father was a DJ. Even though he wasn't interested in recording yet, music has always been in his life. He just never realized it. Around those times, he was focused on boxing and other things, if you know what I mean. But he knew he had to stop what he was doing to find a better way to provide for his family legally. By the age of 17, he had fully devoted himself to rapping. The rapper life had always stood out to him, as it embodies all the things he wanted. The money, the ladies, and the cars. And it was an outlet that was in the streets. Using the influence he gained from his brothers and Lil Baby, he recorded his first song on the phone app BandLab. Like a typical Gen Z, TikTok became an avenue you used to promote his music, creating tutorial videos on TikTok, showing people how to record, and eventually would release the song he recorded on all platforms. His early work sounded like Lil TJ, to the point they started to call him Lil TJ Cousin, which I believe is one of the reasons he deleted those videos, because he didn't want to be compared, but one of the persons that's influential in his musical journey is no longer here. D-Black was a big homie who used to advise him on his music and support him when he first started rap and tried to steer him in the right direction. But sadly, he was killed. His absence has been one of the reasons that why he takes music so seriously. Before his journey into club drill, he was really a melody type rapper until a blogger told him to freestyle on Jersey Club.
Alright, so how did you, like, what was your reasoning of making a song over club music?
Do 5 TV called me and you told me to make a song on a club beat, and I was like, that's a good idea. So my mother
beats. At first he thought he was joking, but after he saw the reaction of his audience to the first freestyle, he started to take it seriously. He took full advantage, and since then he has created a lane for himself, accumulating millions of views on YouTube, but his best work is yet to come. Apart from the club drill, if you pay close attention to his Spotify, there were contests of songs that shows the rapper has more to offer than what may have brought him to the forefront. It's just a matter of time before we see that side again. And when he gets that big song that carries him over to the mainstream, they will wonder, who is this? Where did he come from? I hope by watching this video you learn. My name is CJ from YouTube, and this is the story of BandmanRill. If you made it this far into the video and you like what you saw, please feel free to give us a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're new. My name is CJ once again, and I'm out. Meow. Shh.